Hi guys, Artiar here. So for this video is about a who to summon guide video for the current patch and the upcoming patch video. Alright, so I'll go through the Esper, I'll analyze what they are good at and what resonance should you go for if you're actually going for them. So the current banner one, we have Sakura, we have Hilda, and we have Liam. Alright, so I'll go through with the Sakura first. So the previous video, I'm still not sure about Sakura if you should pull or not, right? So after a series of testing, after a series of result and outcome, I am pretty sure and I'm pretty safe to say that Sakura is very worth your Wishstone. Every single resonance on Sakura is very good. So you can consider Sakura as a lane. It's as a lane but works differently. Lane is more as a defensive support and a healer. Sakura is more towards an offensive support and healer. They both work differently, but they can both work perfectly. So if you want to use Sakura and you can only get her to R0, which means you don't have any Sakura yet and you are planning to get one, I would say yes, it is worth the Wishstone, but it's no rush because you can use the Wish selection banner to pick Sakura anytime soon. As I always mention, the reason why you want to use the Wish pool stone banner is because for this discount, for this 70 Wishstone discount. So if you don't have Sakura yet and you are thinking of getting one copy, I would say no rush because you can get anytime soon, anytime yet from the banner. But if you are going for Sakura, what is the best resonance to stop for? Ideally, R6 is the best. Alright, R6 is the best. We cannot deny the R6 effect is too good because of all the stats bonus you're able to get from the resonance effect here. This is too good to actually skip. But most of the players are not able to get R6. So we'll go through. Is R2 worth the resonance? So I would say no. Like if you are a non-Wuyu player and you want to get Sakura because she's a healer and she's able to and because of her kit herself, like the damage reduction, the heals, the Vigo guard, the Flora barrel, all these things, and if because of that reason to get Sakura, R0 is totally enough. You don't have to go until R2 because this R2 is more about using Sakura in a Wuyu comp, because in Wuyu PvP comp, Sakura will be your fastest in your team, so you kind of want the Vigo guard for one stack at the start of combat to prevent team like Colon 0 hour her out and then she's not able to heal your team, right? Then that's the only reason why you want to get R2, or else R0 is perfectly fine. R0 already does what she needs to do. But if you have more Wishstone and you are trying to get her as aggressive as possible, R4 is worth the resonance, and this R4 is very universal, can be used in PvE and also PvP, because as long as you have the HP, then the ally damage increase. This is a very good thing. So TLDR, R0 already usable, perfectly fine. R2 not necessary unless you want to use her and Wuyu in PvP and then you have the extra Wishstone. R4 is very good for all content, R6 is very good for every single content as well. So just treat her like aggressive type of lane, that's all. But she won't be able to replace lane. Lane is still being meta. Okay, so this is the comp for Sakura. Hilda wise, very short conclusion. Just get one copy is enough, and Hilda no need to get from her banner. The resonance effect don't really matter too much unless you can go to R6. But even though if you go to until R6, if enemy have function, basically Hilda become useless, right? So in my own opinion, I don't think Hilda worth your Wishstone to actually go for. If you just want copy, if you just want to get one copy, just use the Wish banner to get it, right? Then for Liam here, R0 already worked perfectly fine, and every single resonance on Liam works perfectly fine as well. So if you are a player who want to get a very high score in Sonica, especially in Falsetto Fantasy. For those players who doesn't know what is Falsetto Fantasy, you come to the combat here, this Falsetto Fantasy here. If you want to get a very stupid high score boost, you can see the score is kind of like double or from my other bosses here, then Liam is your main character, because you need the Liam to be your strongest character to actually deal the most damage from the Sonica mechanic, right? So Liam wise, R0 already strong. R2 is just something bonus to get extra damage for the boss. Then R4 is also for more extra stats for the boss. Then R6 is where he becomes crazy meta, but he is only very good to get R6 in Sonica. But if you, in terms of other content such as like PvP, such as like just casually using Liam for the Dark Starlord or Proboter for a support for Ambla, R0 is already workable. No need to go R2, no need to go R4. Then R6 is for Sonica, right? So the higher getting Liam is good, but the priority isn't like that high. Right, so this is my suggestion for the current patch 1, and now let's take a look at the upcoming patch. Okay, so this is the upcoming banner 1. So the upcoming banner, we're gonna have Fatima here, which is Gilgamesh. I haven't do much testing on her yet, but I'm gonna test her when I get her on global server. I'm gonna test like how is her DPS output, but from what I'm looking at now, as my other videos comment, I think she is just purely for PvP. So if you are not a PvP enjoyer or you just want some Esper that are usable in PvP and PvE as well, Fatima I don't think will be your choice. At least for now. At least for what I'm looking at now, Fatima will not be your choice because all her kit is actually surrounding around PvP. Right, all her kit is just like PvP stuff. So if you are a player who want to focus on both content, Fatima is not a pick. But if you are going for PvP, I think R0 is just a normal pick. As I mentioned, she's a very stats hungry Esper, so maybe R2 is kinda like a must or a better pick to go for because the stats boost is like double faster and then double the amount as well. So R2 is very good. R4 not necessarily needed, but it is very beneficial for her S3 spam. And then R6 not really needed. So it's more about the stats. It's more about the stats. Like you get the resonance is more about the stats. And I think more importantly is from the Definite. Definite is more important than, compared to the resonance. So in terms of resonance, I think R2 is a safe place to actually stop for. R4 and R6 is just something bonus. I think Definite is where the most important thing is for her because she needs a lot of stats. You can consider her as a very stats hungry height and a very stats hungry Nama because she's basically like Nama in a different way, and then she's more stats hungry. Okay, so I don't think most of the players should actually go for Fatima unless you want to really try hard in PvP. Okay, then for Mavis wise, I would say it's a skip. It's because Mavis only need one copy to work, and then the one copy can already get from the Wish pool banner, so you don't have to really get it from this banner here. And then the resonance why the R2 effect here is something good to have but not necessary to have. R4 here is something good to have but it's also not necessary. R6 wise is also something good to have but not necessary as well because all these things doesn't make a very huge impact. Like Sakura R6, it makes a very huge impact. Mavis R6 don't really make too much a huge impact unless they're getting more stats for higher survivability, but I don't think it's that important. So in my opinion, I would say skip Mavis Resonance. Then for Archibald here is I would say Archibald's priority is higher than the Mavis one because if you are using Archibald and Mavis combo, Archibald's resonance actually benefits a lot. So you can see at the R2 here, it will reduce the HP reduction upon critical hit, and Archibald when pairing with Mavis is always a guaranteed critical hit. So we can see here, if not mistaken, it's somewhere in the effect, right? Okay, I forgot where is it, but basically when Archibald and Mavis are together, Archibald will always crit, and because Archibald will always crit, technically the R2 effect is always triggered because the R2 effect here will reduce max HP. So this is something good to have, not necessary as well. Then R4 here is just some extra DPS. Then the R6 is where Archibald being slightly more stronger, not like game breaking as well, because when you cast enchanting drop, which is your R2, your S2, then you reset S3, so you can just keep on rotating S3, then S2, then S3, S2, something like this pretty fast. So, but in my own opinion, this Archibald is also still mainly for PvP. PvE maybe in certain like tower content, but not the R6 effect isn't necessary as well. So I would say it's a skip as well for most of the player, unless you want to R6 everything else, or else I would say maybe Archibald is kind of safe to skip for the Rezo. Then Fatima depends on you. Right, so short conclusion, within these two patches, the 6 Esper, I would say Sakura have the highest priority. Then after that will be Liam. Then it will be Fatima, Mavis, and Archibald. I think they will be at the same tier. And then the lowest tier will be Hilda in terms of priority getting the Wishstone. But if you are not interested at both of the Esper like Sakura or Fatima, I would recommend you to save, because as I mentioned from my other video, the next one should be Enkidu. Maybe we have no idea like what does Enkidu does yet, but maybe Enkidu should have a synergize with Fatima and make Fatima even stronger. Who knows, right? But we will see it when it comes, right? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down how do you think about it, like, or what Esper you're actually going for. If you don't care about the kit, maybe based on design, I actually like Fatima a lot, right? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Special thanks for the direct support on the YouTube membership. So for the benefactor of Artiar, which is JenMP, Rosette15, Molkult Regili, the Bluest Chulain, thank you so much for the support. And for the supporter and patron of Artiar, which is Louis Schneider, Agni, Code Wilderness, Wang Tamer, Ziggy, Kamaruki, Sunwaltz, Rimu, Choni, Von Hexstar, Luxley, Rawson Bessie, Antonio Winterspoon, Merlin Williams, and ZY Garley Grace Nila. Thank you so much for the support. Special thanks to everyone who have been supporting me for like 1 month, 2 months, and 1 month straight. So hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.